Okay. Welcome, guys. Team One Plexus. Tonight we are going to go over quite a few things. Okay. I'm probably going to say some things people don't want to hear because it's the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts. But those are things that we need to hear to get us over the humps in our business. But first, I want to start out by saying we've just come over the summer, and everybody knows how the summer goes. People, they get on Plexus, they get out of a routine, then they say, oh, it's not working for me, and then people jump off, right? So it's kind of like a little bit discouraging. But here's the thing. Life happens. People go on vacation. We know that everybody does that. So people are starting to come back. So now more than ever is the time that your enthusiasm, your consistency needs to be on point. Sorry, 1 second.
Whoa, you can't have the same thing when I'm doing this video. You have to go in there.
Okay.
It
Sorry.
Okay, sorry, I had to boot my mom out because it was echoing in here. Anyway, so now's the time when you have to be super consistent. You have to show your excitement because people are coming back on board. It's been happening nonstop for the last 6 weeks for me. So I want to hit on something that we all should talk about pretty regularly, and it's called the One Plexus Way. And what does that mean? Plexus has done an amazing job at making us a community. One of the things I hear about other companies is that people and teams are so competitive and they don't help each other out. And that is one amazing thing about Plexus, is that if I know friends in Dallas and there are people there having opportunity meetings, I can send them to those meetings and I know they're going to be in good hands. Those ambassadors are going to welcome them, give them all the information they need, but send them back to me to sign up or get their products, because that's the way that we do it. We very much believe that what you put out there is what comes back to you into your business. So we are respectful, we are supportive, we want everyone in Plexus to succeed. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've had people message me from other companies and, say, certain things to me, like they want me to get these products or they want me to do this. And they would say things like, oh, I know someone that does Plexus. If you get this, I'll get them to buy from you. And I just thought to myself, oh my goodness, like I hope that there are no Plexus ambassadors that would ever say such a thing to try to grow their own business, because we do not do that. So another thing I want to hit on is supporting people on social media. Making a Facebook post out there about your business is one of the boldest, one of the scariest first steps that we can do as new Plexus ambassadors. And we want to make sure that we show the love and we show the support for all of our Plexus friends, not just your downline, your Plexus sidelines, your Plexus uplines, everyone. Support them. Show that we're a community. So 1 second, I'm sorry. Come on, doggy. Come on. Go inside. Go torture my little daughter. Sorry, guys. Okay. So this just happened. Something that just happened this evening was a new ambassador just made a Plexus Facebook post, and it's kind of her very first one. And, she didn't go out there and announce, I'm a Plexus ambassador. I'm excited to tell the world about this, but she's slowly easing her way into it. And another Plexus ambassador went on there and replied, to someone's comment, saying, I'm a distributor if you want more information. And I just kind of thought to myself, we just don't do that. Ever, ever, ever. If someone's posting about their business, we don't want to take attention or spotlight from them. Support them. Say, yeah, I love the products. They're great. I'm so glad to be on this journey with you as an ambassador, or something. Really, there's no excuse for that. We just really should not do that. You want to support people. I mean, here's the thing I'm going to say about that. If you want to work this as a business and you're too scared to post on Facebook or call your friends and family, then don't be upset when your friends and family start to join other people. Do you know what I mean? Don't be upset when people are posting and your best friend comments on their post, I want Plexus, because they were bold enough and brave enough to go out there and do it. So we need to make sure that we show that support and we don't try to, take attention from anyone's business. So that's the Plexus way. We're honest, we have integrity, and we genuinely care about other people. People are not sales to us. They are friends and family, and we care about their entire journey. So I know all of you definitely agree with me and you feel the same. So we're going to go right into it. So you want to decide, is Plexus going to be a hobby for you, or is Plexus going to be a business for you? And you know what? That's okay either way that it is. For some people, it starts out as just a little hobby. Network marketing seemed to have that reputation for many, many years, but that reputation is changing drastically because I don't know if you have been keeping up with the news, but I mean, stores are closing down by the minute. Macy's closing another 100 stores in the beginning of 2017. Walmart's closed 269 stores. Best Buy, Office Depot, Nordstrom, all these companies are focusing on online sales. You know why they're closing is because Amazon is eating their lunch, breakfast and dinner, okay? Online sales are booming. People want to sit at home in their underwear, shop with a click of a button. And if you have kids, you don't want to go shopping and drag your little kids. I mean, if you saw my video today, my daughter was screaming. That's how she is in the mall. It's not fun. So companies are going more towards network marketing, real people like us to share their products because it's convenient for the consumer. So if you haven't really decided, oh, this could be a full-time business for me, think about where the direction of our workforce is going, and also e-commerce. And by the workforce, I mean, job security is kind of on its way out. You know, if you kind of look at the evolution of jobs lately, you know, before and 80 years ago, you went to college, you got a job, you stayed there for 40 years, your employer was loyal to you, you were loyal to your employer, and you retired and you got to sit at home and do what you wanted. Now, my day and age, one, I've never met anyone under the age of 30 that is making over six figures ever, especially right out of college. It just doesn't happen. And I've also never met anyone that has found a job right out of college and stayed there. It just doesn't happen. The norm is now we graduate, we look for an entry-level position, we jump around to probably 7, maybe even 10 jobs throughout our adult career, and then we hope to retire, but we all have debt. So that's kind of the norm. So instead of normalizing debt in America and slaving away at a job that doesn't pay us enough, my goal, and I think everyone else on this journey, is trying to normalize a new idea and a new business model, and it's slowly happening. So if you haven't decided if Plexus is a hobby or a business, I hope you maybe do a little bit of research of where our workforce and our economy is going, especially in America, and maybe change your tune to a business. So that kind of takes me to, if this is going to be a hobby for you, then hi, Andrea. Hi, Brooks. I see you sneaking away over there. If this is going to be a hobby for you, then you can work this like a hobby, which means you go to practice for baseball once, twice a week, right? Just an hour, you leave, you don't think any more about it. But if this is a business for you, you have to think like a CEO. If you want to make CEO money, six figures, then you have to do CEO work. And that means being professional. So what separates people from having Plexus as a hobby or Plexus as a business is that I think about this as a business. There's emotion attached to, why do I get up every day? Why do I wake up 25 minutes early before I get my daughter up for school to send out 10 emails to people, or go on LinkedIn and send out 15 messages to new people to try to share this opportunity? That's the difference. If you're thinking about this as a hobby, you don't really have to do as much work, and you're going to be okay with maybe making $100 or $200 a month, right? The difference is also, you can put in a little bit of effort. You can work it in the nooks and crannies of your day. But if you want this to be a full-fledged business, you're going to have to make sacrifices. And let's just call it like it is. I personally want to go to the top. I'm going to be a double diamond. And I'm not saying I want to be a double diamond. I'm saying I'm going to be a double diamond because I know that I am, because I know that I'm going to put in the work to get there. So you also have to believe in your goal and where you're going to be. And I know that I'm going to do that because I'm putting in the work every single day. And I'm not saying I work Plexus every single day. There's a difference. I do talk to people about Plexus every single day. I do post on Facebook every single day, so I'm staying relevant. I'm staying out there. People know that I'm still passionate about it. But as for sitting in my office and having to do paperwork and doing a lot of things for my business, no, I don't do that every day. But there are some days where I spend 3 to 4 hours in my office researching, reading a personal growth book, making videos, things like that, so I can pick and choose. But The difference is if you want it to be a hobby or you want it to be a business, you need to decide how much time you want to put in your business. So I'm going to say this for all of you that are on this call right now. If you want it to be a business, everybody should be giving Plexus a minimum of 1 hour a day. Is anybody not giving Plexus 1 hour a day? Nope, everybody's giving Plexus 1 hour a day. Abby's not. Okay. All right, Abby. So you're going to find what works for you, though. I feel like minimum 30 minutes a day, but I don't think an hour is a whole lot, even if you have to split it up, okay? So doing your income-producing activity. Facebook posting is great. It's great, but it's not what's going to get you to the top. It's not. I promise you. While you are posting, there are other things that we should be doing. Connecting, building relationships, offering this opportunity to people one-on-one. People know that you're excited. And I'm going to be honest with you, cold messaging is not something that I've been a fan of, because you always see people say things on Facebook like, oh, these people message me, they want me to buy their products, blah, 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 blah. I don't do that because I don't want to seem like a salesperson in a network marketing company. But I'll tell you what I have been doing is, and when I posted this about the other day about this woman on my chicken list that I sent messages to her, is I'm sending messages to people, but I'm not talking about my business right away. I'm making a relationship with these people. So there are people on Facebook that I really love the content that they post. They don't post drama about their life. They seem to be educated, happy, loving. They have friends. They're outgoing. So I'm trying to build a connection with them. I do not know them. I've never met them in person, but I'm trying to build a relationship with them. So I find something that I like about them genuinely, okay, and I message them, okay? I've been like, hey, I just wanted to reach out to you and let you know that I just love your personality on Facebook. You share such great content. I learned something, or you make me smile or laugh or something every day. You're just awesome. Keep it up, whatever. Genuine, and I really do mean that, okay? And I start a relationship with these people, and I comment on their posts. I like their posts, whatever. We start to engage with each other. Sometimes I say to people, I compliment them first. You always want to compliment people first and truly, truly mean it. And I say, listen, this is really out of the norm for me. I don't do this, but I have to tell you, I think you would just be spectacular at what I do with Plexus. Have you ever considered another source of income, or have you thought about trying the Plexus products? So I was really straightforward. I let people know, like, I don't really do this thing they call cold messaging, but I just had to reach out to you. Do you know what I mean? Just be vulnerable, but be bold and compliment them, because someone is, and I'm going to tell you because it's personal experience, when people just message me this long, drawn out message, one, I don't want to read it. It's way too long. Two, if they just message me and they say, oh, this has changed so much for me, blah, 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 blah. Would you ever like to try Roden and Fields? They never complimented me. They never told me that they knew anything about me. Okay, here's a little tip. Go to someone's profile page and learn a little bit about them. I had a lady message me, friended me, and immediately messaged me, hey, if I share anything or post anything that you're interested in, please let me know. Reach out. And if you'd like to know more about how I found to make extra money from anywhere and do things like this, I'd love to share it with you. She never mentioned Plexus, but I went to her Facebook page. She's a Plexus ambassador. And I said, oh, I can relate. I'm a Plexus ambassador as well. And I thought to myself, and I told my mom this, I said, well, what a dingbat. She didn't do any research on me. And she was truly interested in me, she would have went to my Facebook page and said, wow, you have such a beautiful family. I see you're interested in health, whatever. The point is, she did no research. She was just trying to throw out bait and see who would bite. So nothing was personal about that. So I'm telling you, we don't need to work harder, you guys, by going over and doing the same steps over and over. We just need to work smarter. So put a little bit of thought and feeling and effort behind those people that you genuinely want to share Plexus with. And I'm going to tell you this, be selective about who you bring into your business. I'm going to tell you honestly, because you don't want to be like a recruiting monster and bring in all these people that aren't quality. And I'm going to say quality because someone that is super negative on Facebook, or they're not really, they share things that might not be politically correct or kind of really inappropriate or sexual or derogatory, things like that. they are not quality and they're not going to bring value to your business. Do you know what I mean? So bring people into your business that you would want to spend more time with. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was a girl I thought she'd be great, and this is because I was a rookie. I said she posts selfies all the time on Facebook. She's super involved in Facebook. I was like, oh, she'd be great. So what did I do? Of course, I go up to her in person and I say, you should try Plexus. Have you ever thought about it? And then I started to learn about her and see her on social media, and she was not a person that I would want in my business. So I completely backed off. I've never offered her the opportunity again. Because what happens is, if say you bring everyone into your business as an ambassador and they start posting about it or whatever, and they're not consistent with their products or whatever the case may be, and then they start bashing it and then they give it a bad name. Do you know what I mean? Now, the chances, not very likely. But the point is don't be a recruiting monster and just get every body, and I mean human body, to join your team just because you want bodies on your team. Really, the way to get to the top and be successful and not spin your wheels is bringing quality people. I have a friend, and she was posting and posting and posting and bringing in these people, but she was paying for their welcome. She was paying for their ambassador fee to join, okay, which is a big no-no. We don't want to do that unless you're offering a special incentive for people, or God speaks to your heart and tells you to do that. And they weren't getting welcome packs, so they weren't starting on the products. They didn't have any skin in the game, and they weren't driven to get their products paid for or even get on their products because they didn't have any skin in the game. They didn't pay anything. So what did she do? She recruited 5, 6 people like that, and then she got discouraged because she worked so hard, and then nothing, no fruit. Do you know what I mean? So I just kind of wanted to bring that up to you guys to maybe spare you a little bit of effort. Sometimes I always tell people, slow and steady wins the race. If you exert all of your energy at the very, very beginning without you really nurturing a relationship and getting people started on the products, enjoying the products before you start pushing them into the business, then you're really going to get burned out on this business and you're going to miss out on a lot. And I will bring that up, quickly, is we should first, the products are what makes this company so outstanding, ladies, is that we have substantial products that are changing people's lives in ways that I'm not even legally allowed to say. I mean, I can, but this will be on YouTube, so I don't want to because I want to keep it on there. But people's bodies are healing. We have something amazing. We do not sell weight loss. We sell a lifestyle. So get people excited about that before the business, because that's what makes this business so lucrative, is that our products actually work. So I will say is focus on health with people. Focus on a lifestyle with people. As a Plexus ambassador, we don't only promote pink drinks and probiotics. But here's the thing. If we really want to be successful and this is a business for you, then you have to walk the walk. Like, for example, if I've fallen back on my products and I have not been consistent, you better believe I need to go out there and share with my friends publicly. You know what? Summer came along. I was drinking margaritas by the pool every day. I got really inconsistent with my Plexus. I need to get my stuff together. Be relatable. Be real. But also, you can't work for a health and wellness company and really, really want to be successful without trying to encourage your friends to change their overall lifestyle. For example, just telling your friends to get on Slim, Boost, and Block, but then again, not change anything about their lifestyle is not really the whole package. And we want to offer the whole package. So when people say, I have more energy, I say, awesome. Then you should go out and start exercising or take a walk. If they say, I don't want that Coca-Cola anymore, and I say, fabulous. That's the big picture with Plexus, is that what you crave changes. Therefore, let's try to get healthier options and things like that. So that's kind of what we're promoting, and that's what sets us apart from all these other garbage companies. And I'm going to call them that because they promote quick fix weight loss, and it's awful and it's damaging to our bodies. So that's one thing I want you guys to really think about when you're sharing Plexus and you're sharing the business and you're sharing the products. Are you promoting overall health, or are you just focusing on one aspect of health? Because we have the whole package, you guys. All right. Does anyone have any questions before I move on? No? Okay, good. All right. So this is a big thing that I struggled with when I started Plexus was I was posting a lot about Plexus on Facebook and things that were not compliant because I didn't know and I wasn't taught any different. We were all kind of like wild horses out of the barn when this all first started, but we have had to really bring it back in. So we have to be very careful about diagnoses that we say. We cannot say like eczema, for example. My eczema is gone, okay? But I'm not allowed to legally post that on Facebook and say, when I started Plexus, my eczema left, okay? So you have to be strategic about how you say things. Well, when I first started posting, I didn't know any of that, and I started doing all that. I was getting a lot of feedback. So one thing I want to mention is when you're starting to get feedback and people are asking, what's Plexus? The biggest thing that we can do for our business right there is listen to people. Find out what it is they want. Let them tell their story. Don't tell them all about you. You know, you can say, yeah, I would love to share with you what it's done for me if you have 5 minutes when you get them on a phone call. But if someone messages you, the goal is to get them on a phone call, okay? You guys know my feelings on voice messenger. I always use it because nobody wants to read a novel, and that's the fastest way that you're going to scare people off is, you know, with a novel, obviously. Excuse me, that they have to read. So, but the point is I want to say is that we have 2 ears and we have 1 mouth for a reason. We need to listen to our friends. We need to listen to our prospects before we talk so much at them and really try to get to the bottom of what their issues are. Do they have health issues? Ask people that. I had a friend, her dad started working out again. He went into GNC to get some vitamins and he said, yeah, I just started working out again. And he has heart problems. And the person at GNC never asked him, you know, do you have any health conditions or what do you deal with day to day? And the same thing I posted about talking about Destiny is that when she first heard about Plexus, someone just told her to get on Slim and something for weight loss. They never asked about her health issues. So we want to separate ourselves. We go above and beyond and we ask people, what do you deal with day to day? Because that's what we focus on, not just weight loss. So I definitely want to make sure that we all know that. We always want to ask a lot of questions. And then don't ever, ever, ever talk about price or the 3 options to buy until they say, okay, I think I'm really ready to give this a try. Or, you know, if they haven't said that, say, okay, so I feel like Plexus will be a really good fit for you. Are you ready to jump on board? Lead them. People want to be told what to do. I've been doing some Instagram training because I am clueless and I'm learning it. And the guy that told me, it's like the worst thing I see nobody does is we tell and give all this information, but we never ask anyone. We never ask our friends, okay, now's the time to join, or I'm ready to help you. Are you ready to get started? Lead the conversation, you guys. They came to us for a reason because they trust us and they want to know what to do. So they're going to follow your lead. If you're super excited and you say, Sally, like Plexus is going to change your life. I'm ready. Are you ready to do this? Then they're going to follow your lead. But if you say, let me know if you're interested, no, that's like a big, big no-no. We do not want to say, let me know if you're interested. You want to lead the conversation. 1 second. Okay, sorry. Still was playing with that rowdy dog. So, all right. Does anyone have any questions on how to respond when people reach out to you? Or anything they want to add, you guys? I'm just sitting here talking. Anyone you want to add? Andrea, do you want to add anything? You look like you have something on your mind. You're muted.
Let's see. So what would be like, okay, so say they do just say they're interested. So what's like, so the next thing you said without saying the price or like the options, you ask them, so what supplements are you on or what questions do you ask? I know it's always good to ask a question to keep the conversation going, so.
Oh yeah, I always ask. Yeah, definitely. I always end thing with a question to keep the conversation going. Yeah, I always ask if they're currently on probiotics or vitamins or things like that. And so when they talk about price, so if I say, so are you ready to jump on board or something? Or usually we've talked about price by then. When they haven't responded and said, okay, I'm ready to sign up, then I say, okay, I'm so excited for you. I cannot wait for you to really feel the difference of getting healthy from the inside out. Are you ready to jump on board? I'm happy to help you get started tonight or whatever. If someone asks me about price, or when I say about price, I ask them, do you want to save the most money or do you want to have a 60-day money back guarantee? And that's when you kind of get their brain jogging. Like today messaging with a girl, using voice message, obviously, and we were going over the wholesale price options, and I let her know. I said, listen, wholesale is what I did because I didn't care about a 60-day money-back guarantee. There is an amazing business opportunity, and I ask this now. This is what I say because you want to get, and that was going to be my next point I'd get to, how to turn product takers into business builders. But I say this from the beginning. If Plexus changes your life or helps you deal with your health struggles that you have right now, would you be interested in sharing that with people that you know around you? And every time, absolutely, yeah, I would love to. I say, okay, then you really want to go the wholesale route, maybe, and start considering people around you that could be struggling. And if this happens for you like it did for me, then we can share, because you do not want to start talking to somebody about the health products and then all of a sudden be like, oh, about the business. They're going to be like, what? Like, I was just talking to her because I wanted some energy and my health problems, and now she's talking about money. Do not do it. It's insincere, and people will run faster than you can even say, stop, please. You know what I mean? Because it's a rookie mistake. We've all done it. But it starts with the health. And I do tell people, my passion for Plexus started with the health products and led to the business only because of health products. And I'm ready to share that with you whenever you are. But we don't push that on people. You know what I mean? Did that answer your question?
Yes, that was great. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. So next one is how to turn product takers into business builders. Okay. So a lot of people do, I think it's good to get people to do preferred customer to get on the products and, appreciate them, and they get them a little bit cheaper than retail. That's good to do a preferred customer. And I always tell people 9 times out of 10, people always choose ambassador for me. They just always have. And because it makes the most sense. But I'm changing a little bit of my strategy of how I do this, because I think it's really important that we all keep our personal volume at 500 PV every month for the company. It makes our point value higher. So I think that's good. And besides, people that are never going to share this business and they make it clear, or they say, I just want to try it. You know what I mean? I think it's good for them to be a preferred customer. So what I do is if someone is having, I check in with them once a week. And if they tell me, oh my gosh, it's doing this, I feel so much better, blah, blah, blah. And I say, okay, that's great. So may I ask you something, Sally? Have you, how does that make you feel? I mean, how does that make you feel that you don't need your sleeping medications? And they're kind of like, pause maybe a little bit, like, what is she talking about? Like, how does it make me feel? But you really want to start to get some emotion when you talk about this with people. They say, well, I mean, it feels really good. I feel good the next day. I'm in a better mood with my family and my kids. And like, that's amazing. I bet your kids really love their new mom or love that you feel better, things like that. And then I would say, okay, so do you know anyone that may be struggling with the same things that you were struggling before Plexus? And say, oh my gosh, I know a ton of people. And I say, awesome. Okay. So how do you feel about sharing what you've learned and what's changed your life with those people? And if they say, oh no, oh my gosh, no, I don't want to share, I'm scared, I would kind of pause for a moment and let them ponder on that. And I would say, so what makes you think that Plexus is only good for you? I mean, and that's kind of like a bold comment to make to people. It's kind of like, wow, why would she say that to me? But here's the thing, you kind of want to get some emotion from people, and they'll be like, well, I guess it's not really for me, and I'd say, Andrea, how would you feel if I never told you about Plexus? How would you feel if I kept this to myself? You would still be throwing down 20 different vitamins, never going to the bathroom, whatever the case may be, like, it's helped you so much. And I'm telling you, the best part about this feeling in Plexus is knowing how you help someone change their health and their finances. And I want you to feel that too, and kind of get their emotions going about how they could touch someone's lives. So that's how you that would be the best way to turn a product taker into a business builder, because ultimately, to grow your business, you want other people to share Plexus opportunity with other people. And that's a big question that I get is my friends, they don't want to share. They don't want to share. So they will see slowly that the network marketing is becoming the future. And that's why, if you guys haven't noticed, a lot of my posts lately are kind of gearing towards trying to get people to understand the future of what's going on with our country. This is by far the biggest change in America, and we are living in it right now. You know what I mean? Like, television changed everything. Transportation changed everything. TV, the internet has changed everything that we do. I mean, Walmart, for Lord's sake, is closing down, you know?
Technology.
Yeah.
Used to need 100 people to do a job. Now you need like 10 or 20.
Yeah, and job security is heading out. So we're the bold pioneers that are ready to take control of our future. So, okay. I hit on cold messaging a little bit. So, all right. Does anybody have any questions? Nope.
Can I bring up something?
Yes. Go ahead. Aaron wants to bring up something.
All right. Hey, gorgeous girl. Okay. I just wanted to share something, just a little tiny tidbit that I learned from the girls that went to Hawaii, which I thought was so fabulous. First of all, the girl named Amy Paul, who's married and has 7 kids. And she, her goal is she does nothing until she reaches out to 10 people every single day. That is her building strategy. And so she talked about every morning when you get up is write down 1 to 3 goals that you want to do that day, no matter how small or big. Just write them down. And if your goal is to go to Hawaii next year, then break it down in months, then weeks, then what to do each day. Keep it simple.
Exactly. Keep it simple. But if I were you, here's one thing I'm going to say is third-party validation. I have had the majority of the people that have joined me lately have joined me because, yeah, I was that crazy Plexus lady talking about Plexus, but I also reached out to people and said, I'm crazy passionate about Plexus. I think everyone can benefit in some way or another. I'm not going to spam you with Plexus messages all the time, okay? But I do want to share this with you. I would love to talk to you a little bit more about it. I do that to people, and I still follow up with people. And the follow-up is crucial with people. It absolutely is. So what happens is, if sometimes people, they haven't been responding to my messages, right? I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of embarrassing, but I still do it. I'm like, hey, girl, I would just love to share some Plexus information with you. I know that you were really excited about 3 months ago when we talked, so maybe this is a better time, whatever the case is. And people have been coming back around. Do you know why? Because they're hearing about it from someone else. If someone else is coming to them and they're like, okay, I think that there really must be something to this because everyone's getting on Plexus, so I'm ready to try it now. So don't close your heart to those people. Offer this to everyone. I promise you. Do not be one of those people. And one of the girls on this call has not made it clear to everyone that she was a Plexus ambassador. And she just said to me, she's like, I think it might be time that I go out there and I do it because 3 of my friends have already joined under somebody else. And that sucks. You don't want that to happen to you. I mean, you really don't. So if you want to make this a business, go after those big fish that you're scared of. You guys, I have been going after people that I was terrified to talk to. And you know what I thought to myself? Wait a second. I know what I have. I've witnessed all these people that are just like me and you go to the top of the company, retire their spouses, make obscene amount of money a month. Do you know what I mean? It's possible for every single one of us, and we're still on the ground floor. So I thought that to myself before I walked in there, before I called them, before I sent them that voice message, because I know what I have is so valuable. So go after those people that scare you. They're going to respect you. They may not bite right then. That's okay. They may not bite. One of the Amy Teeter was one of the people that I was terrified to talk to. She's a Linda Pilates studio. She's super fit, super healthy,
super beautiful,
does green juices, whatever. She was like, I'm healthy. She was kind of just like me. I don't need Plexus, but
an MBA.
But I thought to myself, I need to tell her about this. She could help so many people, and I was scared, but I did it. She told me at the beginning, she's like, listen, I'm skeptical of stuff like this. And then I was like, well, let's just meet for coffee. At the beginning of the 10 minutes, she's like, I'm going to be honest with you, Amelia. I'm skeptical. Like, I just, I feel like I'm already healthy. At the end of the 10 minutes, she was like, okay, I think I need to do this. I think my brother needs to do this. But you know what I'm saying? So schedule that phone conversation with those people that scare you. Schedule that coffee with them and let them see your passion for Plexus and for health and changing people's lives or this business. And I guarantee it's going to get you places. So I wanted to say, if you find yourself spinning your wheels and you're just Facebook posting, commenting, messaging, but your business isn't going anywhere, find where you can change. And I'm willing to bet that most of you can change by getting out of your comfort zone and getting phone calls with people and scheduling coffee dates with people and just sharing with people in person. Okay?
I want to bring up one more thing. Celeste Quinn, I don't know if you all know her. She's a double diamond in the company. And she made a video, I don't know, 4 to 6 months ago. And she said, y'all, Plexus is growing leaps and bounds. There are still people who haven't heard of it. But she goes, I'm going to tell you, with the way the job market is changing, in the year of the end of 16 and 17, if you do not bring in everyone that you know, someone else is going to.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I thought, I don't know, does she know? Maybe she knows what she's talking about. Because I had a lot of people on my list that I had reached out to a couple of times, but I still kind of thought, oh, they're not going to come in under anyone but me. How arrogant of me, you know, because they're nurses and I'm well known and all this stuff. Well, a week ago, a nurse that I'd reached out to once or twice, I've worked with for years, came in under somebody else. And I'm going to tell you something. I have a sense of urgency now. You know what I'm saying? Because I let these people sit there and wait. I let their health sit there and wait. So I'm just kind of saying that it gave me a sense of urgency because we know what we have.
So why do you think that happened? Did you not follow up with her, you think, consistently? Or did she ever see your instant message? Because you know how sometimes they don't see it.
Yeah, she reached out to me.
Oh.
And then I answered her back, and then she said, thank you, you know, and then I had reached out to her a month later. It had been a while. It had
been a while. Okay, this is what I want to point out.
It's, you know, my fault.
Consistency. People always ask me, how do I follow up, or how you don't want to bother people. And I always tell people, listen, and I will send you guys my messages if you want to see. And I always say, hey, I just wanted to follow up with you, like I said. And 9 times out of 10, they say, yeah, this week is not good. How about next week or something? Even if they don't respond, I still follow up again. And I say, I just want to let you know I've been thinking about you, you know, whatever. If Plexus, if this is not right for you at this time, I totally understand. I'm just so excited for you. Just be very positive, be very upbeat, be very confident. Because if you show insecurity in reaching out to people about the opportunity or the health, they're going to kind of feel that. So this is a good example, and then I'm definitely going to get off here because I know we went over. I try to keep it 30 minutes because I know everybody's busy. But Nancy Chandler just joined Tracy Kirk. Tracy is our upline, and she is a nurse practitioner. She probably, I asked Tracy today. I said, Tracy, how long did you follow up with Nancy? And she said almost over like a year and a half. I followed up with her consistently, like once a month. And she finally just joined.
She never even responded to her.
Yeah, she never even responded to her messages.
And she's the one that brought my friend in. I'm like,
yeah. She just brought her friend in, and
my coworker actually.
And she's added 5 people in last week. She's on fire. You know what I mean? It just wasn't her time yet. So be there for those people.
16 times.
You never know when it will be their time. You know what I mean? Right? You got it? Think of all of you guys. It wasn't your time when someone first told you about Plexus. Andrea, she started and she didn't even work the business. And 6 months later, she's like, let's do this. Like, I'm ready. You know? So it can happen for anyone at their own time, guys.